Hey everybody, welcome back to the Outdo Cycling YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to explain to you in a short sub 5 minute video who I've got on my VELOGAMES team and explaining why I have picked them. The reason why I'm going to start doing these for VELOGAMES is because I realised that the videos that I make are quite fast paced and perhaps not very easy for a beginner to understand, so I wanted to make this a bit more of an explanatory video explaining how I go through the process of picking a team. So as you can see on screen, I've got João Almeida as the most expensive rider. The reason why I picked João is because he is the favourite to win. He's got a really good time trial, which means that he'll probably pick up points on that TT stage. He'll probably get points on that mountaintop finish and maybe also on like stage 2, which is quite a hard puncher finish. The same applies to Kwiatkowski, who I have as another GC rider. A good time trialist and also very good at puncher stages. Moscon is just one who I feel like could go well and could be a bit of a surprise and perhaps one that people wouldn't pick as much, so it'll make me do better in the world if he does better because other people haven't picked him as much, because he's a decent time trialist and I think his form looks quite good recently. The same goes for Aliotti. I think that he'll do well in GC and also on some of the puncher finishes. Sobrero, a good time trialist and a decent climber, so again very GC focused in his first 5. And I also picked Tobias Foss for the same reason as Sobrero. He's a good time trialist. He finished 9th in GC at the Giro, and he's the Norwegian time trial champion. We saw how well he time trialed on the first stage of the Giro. I think he came 2nd place, 3rd place. And the Chevelos and Jumbo-Visma are just very fast on the TTs, so Foss will probably be the guy that Jumbo-Visma could go for in terms of GC. The other 3 I have, Colbrelli and Sparagli, are similar riders in that they are sprinters, but they're also quite good at climbing, so I'm expecting them to do quite well on stage 1. Colbrelli maybe on stage 2, probably both of them on stage 5, and then also potentially on stage 6. The only problem with Colbrelli is that he is on the same team probably as Phil Bauhaus, so he might not get the possibility to sprint on the flat stages. That would be maybe stage 1 and the last stage, stage 7, so that's a bit of a risk. Ben Tullet is the last rider. As a 6-pointer, it's pretty low risk, so I thought I'd go for a bit more of a rider who's a bit out there and not many people might have selected, and I just think he's quite a cool rider. You have to be quite in the know in terms of cycling to understand that he's a very up and coming rider, and he's probably the best climber on Alps and Phoenix, and just it's more of a gut feeling sometimes after just doing VELOGAMES for a decent amount of time and just looking at cycling for a decent amount of time. You just develop a gut feeling about a rider that they're just going to do well. You can't explain it using logic and figures. It's just in you. You're just like, yes, that guy is just going to do well. And you know what, maybe he will do well, maybe he won't, but at the end of the day he's 6 points and I think that's pretty low risk. So that's explaining who I've got on my team, the logic behind why I have picked them, and so therefore I can refer back to this if in case it all goes in terribly wrong, and I can give the sound logic of why I picked all these riders. So hopefully you've enjoyed this new little format. We are still sub 5 minutes, and yeah, I'll continue to do these for the Vuelta, Big Bank Tour, and also for the Super Classico one-day races. So that's it. All that's left to say is to keep your maths on, stay safe, and I'll talk to you next time. Salut.